Welcome back. Now we're going to do some adjustment on this car. We're going to be doing the ride height with the coilovers. And then something else I've been wanting to do for a while. I don't know if I'll get to it today, but these are not centered. So I might take the front bumper off and readjust those. We will see. We also got Darian here today. So the wheel fitment that I have is 18 by 9.5 with a plus 22 offset. These have some pretty aggressive summer tires. They are 275/35R. That's really hard to see. 1899W. With the settings that I had previously, I was about 5 1/4 on the distance between that collar and that one, and now I'm at a little over, just a smidge over 5 1/2, and hopefully they will clear the tires, because when I hit bumps I hit my fender. So we'll see if this works. So how I adjust this is I break this one loose, and then I start spinning this top one, make sure this bottom one is pretty tight and pressed up against this one. And then I will start unthreading it from the bottom to raise it. Originally I was at 2 1/4 on the height, 2 1/4 inches, and now it should be close to 2 1/2. Yep, right there at the 2 1/2 line, just a smidge over, which I had the other one. So this should be good. Got a little bit more of a gap now, but after hitting all those potholes and speed bumps and stuff, this should be fine. About to tighten it up a little bit, or at least tighten up the dampening. So the dampeners set at position 1. Used to have it at 16, maybe 18. I think I'm going to start with 18 this go around because it's higher. And then if I'm still rubbing, I'll probably bump it up to 20. Now we're going to go get a boba tea. Time to take the cars for a spin, see how the suspension works. And now Darian's on his way out. So here we are on the next day. Let's see if we can't fix these horns. I did get some info on where to put that, and it's going to get mounted to this somehow. I think I'm going to need an additional bracket. My bike was loud. I think I'm going to need an additional bracket. Might have something lying around. So the seatbelt brackets that we had made in the last video might actually work. I might be able to get this right under here, and I can probably hook up the base of the horn straight to this hole. So after removing this bolt, there is not enough thread at the bottom. I might have to put a different bolt in there. So I got really lucky that this particular bolt fits in here. And I'm gonna be able to get this bracket on the end of it, and I found a nut that'll fit on the end of it too. But before I mount that, I wanna double check and make sure this horn fits on the end of this bracket. I didn't realize there was a ground connected to this. Okay, that looks simple enough. So I was able to get that nut off, and it looks like this new bracket's gonna fit. I probably won't have a lot of threads because of how thick this bracket is, but maybe once tightened down it'll be fine. So now we just gotta put this bracket in down here, and we'll see how everything fits together. The bracket is now in, all tightened down. I'm trying to get this thing in now, but I'm having a small problem. So this isn't gonna work. I didn't realize that this piece of metal right here was gonna be in the way. It keeps bumping up against this, so I can't thread it inside that hole. So I'm gonna try these. A little smaller, a little more flimsier, but what else do I got? So that didn't work. These are way too flimsy. So we can't really bend those. Running out of ideas here. I mean, this bracket is so conveniently located right there. If there only there was one here. Back to the drawing board. So I had a couple of these lying around. I went ahead and just enlarged the holes at the end with my drill, and seems to fit in its original spot. And since they're long enough, I think it'll work. It gets it close to the spot where I wanted to get it anyway. So let's see if that works. So that's where I got it so far. It's still off-centered. This is the best I was able to get it. So basically I swapped out these brackets for that longer one. This will have to do. So here's where we sit with all this. I tried pushing this over to the left a little bit. Maybe in the future I'll use that other bracket to nudge that over to the left, and then these will look more symmetrical, but that's fine for another day. The suspension, on the other hand, is, I think it's better. I went for a little drive yesterday. It seems like I didn't feel any rubbing or anything. I did hit a couple of bumps, so I think it's working, but if I do rub, then I'll just adjust the dampening on this. I'll tighten it a little bit more. And if that doesn't work, then I'll probably just raise it up a little bit more, but I kind of like this. I think this looks decent. I got about a 2-finger gap in there.